We are now learning that Senator Bernie Sanders has undergone a medical procedure.
The 78-year-old experienced chest discomfort during an event yesterday. His campaign said 2 stents were successfully inserted to treat a blocked artery.
Just canceling events until further notice.
He is going to be off the campaign trail for the next few days, canceling his event. During a campaign event yesterday evening, Weaver says, Senator Sanders experienced some chest discomfort. Following medical evaluation and testing, he was found to have that blockage. 2 stents were inserted. Weaver says, his campaign advisor says that Senator Sanders is in good spirits. He is conversing, says he's going to be resting up over the next few days. That is why his events and appearances are canceled, at least until further notice.
That is a blow and a shock to his campaign.
It is.
If you've got to suspend your activities for several days and you've got your candidate in the hospital with a heart problem, that, I do believe, affects the campaign.
It's interesting because the way his campaign leaves it, until further notice, that's a pretty broad statement, and it doesn't really give you the feeling that he's hankering to get back out on the campaign trail.
From the Brain Room, Brian Murphy says as of 2016 January, when we last got a look at his medical history, Sanders had no history of cardiovascular disease.
Remember, this is not the first time that Senator Sanders has had medical issues while he's been running for president this time. Back in March, he hit his head in the shower and required a couple stitches. He was then seen at a few events with a very large bandage on his forehead for the next week or so. This was a surprise. We were expecting to see Senator Sanders here in Las Vegas later on today for an event tied to the 2nd anniversary of the country music festival Mass Murder that's going to be hosted by Gabrielle Giffords, focused on gun reform. And then he was going to swing out to the West Coast for some events tomorrow in the Ontario, California area. And so this is all very last minute. It's all coming in. But again, it is the 2nd time this cycle that Senator Sanders, who maintains as much energy as anybody, but also did just celebrate his 78th birthday, has had to deal with some medical issues.
I saw Senator Sanders about 2 weeks ago at another forum that we were doing in Washington, and no signs of this at all. It sounds like this is all happening pretty in the immediate, in the recent, in the present. So obviously all yesterday, according to that campaign release. And if we get anything else on the timeline, of course, we'll come right back to you. But all of this coming in pretty quickly right now. And all we know is that the senator's doing well, that he had a health issue yesterday, and that we shouldn't expect to see him on the campaign trail today or in the foreseeable future.